Well, tonight we are hearing from a woman who narrowly avoided becoming one of the victims of the medical jet crash in Northeast Philly. It comes as officials reveal new details about the investigation into that crash. CBS Philadelphia's Carrie Corrado has our coverage tonight.
The pavement buckled around a massive hole in the ground after a medical plane crashed Friday night in the middle of a neighborhood in the area of Roosevelt Boulevard and Cottman Avenue.
There is in no way, shape, or form anything that we could have done to prepare for what I've described as the worst black swan event that the city of Philadelphia has encountered.
The aircraft left the Northeast Philadelphia airport carrying a young girl from Mexico who just finished treatment, according to Shriners Children's Hospital, accompanied by her mother. Also on board, CBS News Philadelphia learned, were 4 crew members. All 6 people were killed. Mayor Parker says the number of injured is now up to 24, and Governor Josh Shapiro says it could have been worse.
Millisecond difference could have claimed many more lives in our community. Thank God it didn't.
Investigators, including the United States Transportation Secretary, toured the crash site Monday afternoon.
If you look at the impact and how deep that crater is, it was a very steep angle at which that aircraft came down.
Investigators say the black box was recovered from the scene and taken to Washington, D.C., where it will be processed. But this is just the start of an extensive investigation by the NTSB. In the meantime, those who live near the crash site are still trying to process what happened. One woman who did not want to be on camera says she was cooking when she felt the blast. She described Cottman as being engulfed in flames and said firefighters found human remains in her home. She says she is thankful she escaped alive and is grateful for the support, but knows this will stay with her for a long time.
Traumatizing now. See what I seen and people I seen outside my house.
Carrie Corrado, CBS News, Philadelphia.
The Salvation Army was on the scene roughly 30 minutes after the Learjet crashed in the Northeast Friday night. They were there to help those impacted, including first responders. Here's Ciafa Lewis.
Eric Johnson is the Salvation Army's Assistant Director of the Emergency Disaster Services Department for Eastern Pennsylvania and Delaware. He first arrived here in the parking lot at the Roosevelt Mall, just a few hundred feet from the crash site, Friday night at around 6:40.
It was a tragic scene. Didn't really know what was exactly going on at the time. There was a lot of police, there was a lot of fire. Some of the fire was still going on. A lot of chaos, people everywhere.
Algernon Wilds, a response volunteer coordinator, was here as well.
You could feel it in the atmosphere that a lot of people were afraid, also sad about the situation, what was going on.
As of Sunday, the Salvation Army had served nearly 1,500 meals, handed out more than 4,000 drinks, and distributed nearly 1,600 hand warmers to police, firefighters, first responders, displaced residents, and more. Not surprisingly, their presence here is greatly appreciated.
Talked to a police officer last night. One of them said he was been on details like this, and he said if you guys weren't out here, it'd be miserable. So we get a lot of thankfulness from the first responders when we come out.
I would say they're very thankful for us being here, being able to feed them, keep them warm and stuff like that.
Both men are humble, so it took quite some digging to get them to share how it feels to help those who are helping others.
That makes me feel good inside to be able to help them so they can do what they have to do.
I'm just happy to be there to help people, that's all. Just there to help. For people that are helping people, I'm here to help those people. And the survivors of some of the incidences, just to be that person that if they need something here, we can go here. Here's a beacon of hope. There we go.
Ciafa Lewis, CBS News, Philadelphia.
And we will continue to bring you updates on this tragic story as we get them. And you can find our complete coverage at cbsphiladelphia.com.